If there's one thing that's worse than Twitch's chat, it has to be Twitch's bans. And every week, there seems to be a new one to talk about. But why do people care about them so much? Well, it's probably because they're capable of ending careers or revitalizing them, leaving someone irrelevant, or making them a superstar.
Yeah, cut the bathroom scene out.
Okay, so Twitch bans are kind of a misnomer. Everyone calls them bans when really that's just one part of a three-pronged system. If you break Twitch's guidelines, you get a warning, which can escalate to a temporary suspension, further followed by an actual ban. And in theory, it's a good system. After all, it offers streamers a chance to redeem themselves after being involved in shitty situations.
Ladies and gentlemen, I gotta take a diarrhea.
On top of giving these stars a shot at making amends, the system keeps bad apples off Twitch, ensuring that it remains safe for everyone.
Milo!
Everyone except cats? According to Twitch, you're not allowed to break the law while streaming. And on top of that, you can't do things like impersonate someone, steal email addresses, harass people, or post porn, which all sounds pretty reasonable.
Well, that's your opinion.
The issue is that in practice, Twitch's system appears to be more forgiving of the platform's marquee streamers than its up-and-comers. And it's mostly because it wasn't designed for a world where streamers are basically celebrities, making it seem extremely out of date. Anyway, for a pretty huge chunk of Twitch's history, no one really cared or even thought about bans. Although, for some reason, more people were Googling Twitch bans in August 2010 than in parts of 2013. Raising the question, who was the time traveler Googling Twitch bans 3 years before they were even invented?
Maybe those searches were about Twitch. You know, the League of Legends champion?
League of what? Anyway, unlike today, during Twitch's formative years, streaming was just a hobby and not a viable career path. And as a result, the consequences of being banned or suspended from it were far less impactful than they are now. Back then, if you were slapped with a punishment by Twitch, you must have done something stupid. Something really stupid. Like Zillion OP, a popular paraplegic WoW streamer who, as it turned out, wasn't really paralyzed at all.
Oh my god!
Once Zillion's scandal came to Twitch's attention, they permanently shut down his channel and reimbursed his subscribers $20,000. While the ban system might have worked effectively in that case, it's mainly because the platform was far smaller and easier to police back then. But after being bought for almost $1 billion back in 2014, Twitch completely transformed streaming into a lucrative business model. And with everyone on the platform competing for eyeballs, being taken out of the spotlight for even a couple days can mean lost income, subs, and more importantly, relevance. With so much being at stake, you'd think that people are only being banned for good reasons, right?
Wrong.
Take Learn, for example, a popular streamer who was dealt a copyright strike by Twitch for being near someone blasting a song over PUBG proximity chat.
You so fucking precious when you...
More ridiculous than the fact the situation wasn't Learn's fault is that she received the penalty a full year after the clip was made. Copyright strikes bring in the second part of Twitch's banning system, a 3-strike process that can result in a permanent ban regardless of intent. On top of liberally handing out copyright strikes, over the last couple of years, Twitch has seen an influx of questionable suspensions. People's channels have been temporarily shut down for things they didn't say.
Fucking yikers. N-word? What? I said yikers. What? Grayson said yikes, and I said yikers. What?
For sporting stupid custom skins.
Oh my god, I have the wrong skin on me.
And even for cosplaying.
Rob, welcome, welcome, welcome. Am I allowed to sit like this? I'm gonna sit like this.
Meanwhile, some of Twitch's biggest names rarely get more than a slap on the wrist for blatantly breaking the rules. You've got people feeding their pets alcohol, having not-so-accidental wardrobe malfunctions, and jackasses nonchalantly dropping racial slurs.
Y'all motherfuckers kill them. You can suck my pee-pee.
All with little to no consequences. And look, people occasionally fuck up. It's just what we do, which is something Twitch has attempted to consider.
We look at the context and then we choose based on that whether you violated the guidelines at all. Because the guidelines, if you didn't intend it, in our opinion, you haven't violated the guidelines.
Okay, that kind of makes sense.
We very specifically take context and intent into account. So if someone walks up to you on the street and shoves you, that's one thing. If someone walks on down the street and they trip and they push you, it might look, if just an outsider looking at the a video of that action, like it looks the same. But it's not the same.
Wait.
What?
90% of the time, I have no idea what the fuck I'm talking about.
That's right. Twitch, the biggest streaming platform in the Western world, is subjectively evaluating violations of their terms of service by exercising terrible metaphors. And it's because of this unreliable system that two people committing the same offense can receive completely different punishments.
Jason, you can't play games on company time.
But Colin's playing too. I thought it was okay.
Yeah, but Colin is popular. How many followers do you have? How many videos have you hosted this week?
None.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Pack your bags, Jason. You're fired.
Needless to say, Twitch is walking a dangerous tightrope with this approach. And while some big streamers have received significant disciplinary action, in some cases, they've actually benefited from it. Just look at Dr. Disrespect, who following his bathroom blunder used his absence from the platform as a way of building hype for his eventual return.
Ladies and gentlemen of the Champions Club, the two-time is back.
At the end of the day, all people want is some consistency. So Twitch, please get your shit together and update your guidelines to reflect the scale of your platform's growth. But more importantly, ensure that every streamer is held to the same standard, regardless of their follower count.
You've got mail.
What the? Dear Miles Hackett, we've received a notice of alleged copyright infringement, fraud, inappropriate language, and general shittiness in your videos. Stop your dangerous slander of Twitch, or we will be forced to take action. See, this is exactly why I prefer YouTube. Everyone except cats? Everyone except cats? Everyone except cats? Okay. It's so dumb.